Welcome to another show with Voices in the Struggle. I'm your main man, Big Ant.
And I'm Brother Reggie.
And we have a very special show for you tonight. 2 weeks ago, we had the men on asking what men want, talking about relationship questions. And now we have our beautiful Black sisters on. So, men, listen up, listen up. So, let's go around the room and let you do a quick introduction, ladies. We'll start with Shonda.
Me? Okay. So my name is Shonda Brown and was born and raised in Savannah. I am a single mother of 3 young adults and a recent grandmother. So I guess I can bring a variety of interesting perspectives about dating to the conversation tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's go with Stardacia.
Hey everyone, my name is Stardacia. I'm 25 years old. I'm single and social entrepreneur, educator. Glad to be here tonight.
All right, Stardacia, sound like you're on a dating site. Let's go, Miss Natalie.
Hi everyone. I'm Natalie Leggett. I'm a mother of 1 wonderful son, and recently separated, and just excited for the conversation. I enjoyed the last conversation, so I'm looking forward to the questions.
Thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, Miss Gabrielle.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Gabrielle Nelson. I am a 33-year-old working mom and wife. I am a computer services manager, and I think I got a lot to bring to the conversation tonight.
Okay. Awesome. Well, as I say again, thank you all for taking the time to attend. So let's get right into it. Myself and Reggie, we're going to ask you some questions, and we just need your honest opinion, whether it hurts some feelings or not. We just need to know.
The fellas was trying to be modest all last week,
Right, they were.
Trying not to step on no toes,
You want to start off, Brother Reggie?
Yeah. So I'm gonna start off. So the first question, and I'm throw this out there, and whoever answers it first, go ahead and answer it. How important is having a conversation about your goals the next 5 years when you meet a man? When you start talking to a man, you see somebody you're interested in. How important is that to you? Go ahead.
I would say it's extremely important. If you have intentions on dating continuously, maybe not a big deal. If you have intentions on getting married, having a family, you want to know what their goals are, because they may not be aligned with your own. Mm-hmm. They may, they may not have the career that they want.
Right.
It just might not add up. So I think it's imperative.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Anybody else?
I believe it's important because you want to know, like Gabrielle said, that things like align. And also you want to date someone with a vision, because you don't want to, follow someone and they don't know where they're going. So I think it's extremely important to know a plan.
Okay.
What's up? Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm sorry, what was that? Was that directed to me?
Yes, ma'am. What are your thoughts?
Okay. Yeah, I totally agree with Gabrielle and Stardacia. I totally agree. I think it's very important because, especially as you grow older, I think it's a conversation that needs to be had early on. And if a man is interested in your goals and show true, genuine interest, in that area, then that's your, that says a lot about that person, that he's really into you. He's genuine about you and your future. I think it speaks volumes about that person, male or female, but they need to be genuine. Not just ask the question, not, just to ask the question. But I think it's very important, especially if you guys decide to be together, then it kind of lets you know if, like Gabrielle said, how your paths will go, because that is going to be very important. That is very important.
That's true. That's true. Ms. Natalie, what do you think about that?
I concur. I concur with everything that has been said, and to share your goals, because it's one thing to hear someone's goals, but you also want that person to want to know yours. I think that speaks volumes. That it's not like an interrogation; it should be a conversation. And so you want to make sure that they respect your goals as well as you respecting theirs.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah. So early on who to run away from real fast.
Right.
First couple questions. Hey, you ain't meet my goals, you can go on about your business. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Do you all feel that cooking is a shared responsibility, or you should do most of it, or you want a man that can cook, or how you feel about that?
Look at Gabrielle.
I'm the cook in the house. My husband can do a little something, but it's not always to my liking. I'm appreciative of it at any rate, but I think it should be shared. So on days that I'm in the mood to cook, I've had a hard day or a long day at work, and he knows I'm not in the mood to eat something that I'm test, he'll go and purchase the meal. That is just as good.
Okay.
There you go.
One of the I can't pronounce their name. They said, "What if neither one of y'all can cook? Y'all better have y'all chips right so y'all can order out."
Right.
I mean,
y'all gonna be broke. Y'all gonna be there.
They better hire a chef.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Food stamps, the biggest food stamps today. Eating out costs money.
Normally in the union, somebody can cook. One person can cook. Like I can't cook. My brother can cook. I can't cook at all. Hamburger helper is my specialty.
I do agree with Gabrielle that I think it's a shared responsibility, but I also think that it depends on the couple. Because, like, for example, I am a giver and I'm a spoiler in a sense. So I will cook and I don't mind doing it. I'll cook, I'll clean. I don't mind doing those things as long as I don't feel taken advantage of. Right. And I can see him saying, "Okay, babe, let me do something. Let me cook Tuesday night, or let me, as long as it isn't taken advantage of." So it depends on the person or the couple.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Instead of him coming home, dinner ain't ready yet.
Yeah.
I'm shutting down.
I think it should be a shared responsibility because me personally, I don't really like to cook that much. And I know like younger girls, we have a stigma on us that we don't like to really get in the kitchen. But I think it should be a shared responsibility. It should be a bonding opportunity.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good answer. You know,
Miss Natalie.
It can be a shared responsibility. It also depends on who can do what. Capability definitely plays a role. But I think one thing that has to be really kept in mind, it is up to the couple. But I think sometimes some people can come to the table with this idea that the woman is supposed to cook. And it's funny to me because lots of times that same woman, they got home at 6 o'clock just like you from work, you know. But yet now she has to go to work again, you know. So it's like I don't mind cooking. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna make sure I cook. You know, I'm gonna be all right. But I don't think it's an obligation. You know, I think it's something that you appreciate that the other person does for the other person. Whether it's him bringing home food on the way, you know what I'm saying, if he doesn't cook, or if it's me preparing a meal, either way, I just think it needs to be appreciated and it needs to be understood that, you know, sometimes people tend to want women to have 3 and 4 jobs and be okay with it.
Yeah, that's a great point. That was going to lead to my piggyback off of what you just said, Natalie. So I was going to say, you know, with men and women working, you know, 40 hours a week, both. It ain't like the old. I was going to ask y'all like old school. You know, you get an old school man. I work all day. I want you to come home and cook, even though you're working too. You know, but you answered my question on that. So you know, and I think that's fair. It has to be shared because both of y'all working 40 hours a week. And if I don't know how you structure your bills in your house, if y'all doing 50-50, that means, hey, we 50-50 everything.
And when Shonda said hire a chef, Ivan B. Cohen said, if push come to shove, meal can be catered by Chef Boyardee.
Hey, you got a can opener.
Right. Morris
Put hot sauce on it, tastes good.
Right. Morris Pollard said cooking together brings on great talking time for them both.
It does.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's
it
true.
Does.
Yeah, you know, you open up the conversation that way about other things.
It really does.
Okay. All right, ladies. The next question I have for you now. I know. For me, I kind of know the census for men. Are women afraid of commitment? Now take this. Let me add something to that. I know mostly everybody who's been in, you know, more than one relationship, and you get your heart broken, all that other good stuff, right? So, are you after that? Are you afraid to commit to a man after you been through a situation that's been rough and it took you a while to get over it? Now, you know, once you've gotten over, you found yourself. Are you ready to commit to a man?
I would say no, I'm not afraid of commitment. I have actually been married twice. I'm in my second marriage, and I was not afraid to get married again. When I got divorced, it was not because there was any love loss. It was just because we grew apart. That happened. So I was not afraid or intimidated by the actual marriage. I'm that type of affectionate woman. I want to be loved. I want to share, you know, mutual feelings with someone continuously. So no, I definitely wouldn't say I was afraid of commitment.
Okay.
Well, I'm not afraid of commitment, but I'm kind of resistant towards commitment for a lot of reasons. Because it never worked for me. Like, it seems like I know what it means to be committed, but the other person really didn't know. So I'm just kind of resistant when it comes to committing. From my experience, it's like guys are really good at making it seem like they're this person, but once you get in a committed relationship, they turn into a totally different person. A lot of resistance with me.
You meet their representative.
So you're pretty cautious then, huh? Okay.
Yeah, and I was going to make that point, Stadecia, that I'm not afraid of commitment, but I am very cautious, and the commitment has to be with what I feel is the right person, you know, because it's just so much out here. You know, to me, that's just my. I'm not afraid to commit, but I am very cautious. So I don't know if you want to call that a fear, but I am cautious. And I think a lot of women are cautious, especially after going through something traumatic for them.
Okay.
Natalie, what you think?
Miss Natalie.
Oh goodness. Everyone's weighing in. Well, I definitely believe in commitment. I think it's exactly that. It's just it depends on who you're talking about. That the commitment doesn't mean you're gonna settle for just anything. Commitment is commitment. But it doesn't sometimes I think people want to rush you, because they think you're not looking to be a committed person, but you just maybe haven't come across the right person to commit to. So I think that really is crucial to know.
I think women are most women are not afraid of commitment. I think it's more men. Men are more afraid to commit, because y'all will be after us for a while, and or the one you like, and he just like, no, I'm stubborn, I ain't gonna do it. No, I ain't ready yet. All these other excuses, but I think it's men more afraid to commit.
I would agree.
Okay.
All right, Steve Harvey.
Yeah. Hey, I'm writing a book right now.
Okay. So Natalie, we're gonna start the next question off with you, okay?
All right.
What are you looking for in a man? What are some of your expectations?
Oh goodness. Start with me with that one, huh?
You always on the tail end, so I want to give you the chance to answer first.
I would say first of all, just to be true and truthful. I'm not one for a bunch of lines or a bunch of games, and I'm no nonsense. I'm older. Maybe I just don't have the patience for the game anymore, what have you. But just the most important thing is to be honest and be yourself. It's probably easier for me to say what I don't want rather than to say what I do want. Like I definitely don't like an arrogant individual. I cannot. That is one of the biggest turnoffs to me. To anyone, just do not be arrogant. Do not be boastful. Humility goes a long way. Just to be. I don't like to say I like this, and this, because I don't have categories. I just would rather say I want someone to be truthful, open, and honest, and be willing to be vulnerable.
That's hard. That's hard for me.
Yeah, very hard. That's another show in itself. That's a class in itself. Because
so I bet you want to go with you last. I want to hear your millennial last. So, Miss Gabrielle.
Okay. This would be good. I need personally consistency. That would be consistency financially, consistency emotionally, but most of all, emotionally. Stamina. That would be stamina again, emotionally. A lot of men can't handle a successful woman. A lot of them cannot handle a woman who does not need them. And a lot of times they end up feeling reduced. And it takes a special man to be able to handle all of that. So I would definitely, I admire my husband because he has that type of stamina for me.
And you were supposed to be on the next show, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Support emotionally. Let's see. Has to be God fearing, obviously, but I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
But let's see, physical security. I don't want. I do have a type. Uh, some women, and I think I have run off of my beaten path, and many times throughout my dating life. But I know what I like, and most people do. If you know what you like, stick with what makes you happy.
Absolutely.
Friendship, I have friendship, and that would include compassion and consideration, because a lot of men just are not considerate. I don't know if it's because they weren't raised that or what, but older or dating up, for me, it worked to my advantage. I still had a lot of peaceful moments with because we have a 10-year age difference between the two of us, but it definitely is completely different from dating another 33. So 33 and 43 works in our relationship.
Oh yeah,
Last,
man don't mature till you're 40 years old. So yeah.
I don't know if he mature at 40 though. I don't know.
You should have called him at 20.
I won't put an age on it, but I will say that women mature more than men.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you want a sensitive man, huh, Gabrielle?
No, I don't want a sensitive, but I want him to be able to, like Shonda said earlier, just be a little bit vulnerable occasionally.
Okay.
I don't need a weeper. I don't want you around here getting
crying all the time.
You don't want no mama's boy?
So Mr. Vavonda Fleming said, someone to stimulate my mind and challenges it, someone who fears and loves God.
That's it.
Right.
Those are next two, addition and intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Shonda.
For intelligence is not necessarily someone that is college educated. That is not what I mean. I just mean someone that I can have a conversation.
Intelligent conversation. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, Ms. Shonda.
Well, I certainly agree with everything that's been said. And just so that I won't repeat that some of the things that was said, for me, I think, well, what attracts me more to a man and what I'm looking for is a man that's confident in himself, because I think I just saw a comment asking if we were alpha women or not, and I am indeed an alpha woman.
That's going to be the next question. Thank you, Dr.
So I'm strong with. I don't mean that doesn't mean I'm bossy or I'm disrespectful, but I'm strong-willed and I set goals for myself and things like that. And so I need a man that is confident in himself. I don't need him to tell me 10 times, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man. If you're a man, then you walk in that. And that's where the respect level comes in. And I also need a man that is able to know how to speak to me. Some men, and I get it. Men are territorial. Men have that authoritative voice, and they'll say things. But I think it's important to know how to speak to me. If you tell me no, when you say it a certain kind of way, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, then. I'm just gonna bow down to you. You got it. Okay, you said no. So I just think some of those things are important to me, on top of the other items that, the other things that were said.
Okay, thank you. And Stardation, I don't think we've heard from our favorite millennial.
Okay, well, of course, I would love a man after God's heart. That's key. But I would say, like, I really need someone that's able to financially protect me, physically protect me, spiritually protect me. I just need protection. Like, I don't want to be with someone who I don't feel like protects me, because, women, we have purposes too. We have, a lot of duties as well. So I want to be safe. I want to feel safe enough to, follow my dreams, without, feeling like you a soldier that went AWOL and there's no protection there. So
awesome. We're gonna go off the script a little bit, because Dr. Tanya Howard Hall asked a really good question that I want to get to. What I've always said this, and I may lose some people with this, that I think there's a reason some brothers marry white women because you can't be half stepping with a black woman. A black woman will challenge you. A black woman will push you to make you better. But
Right.
when you have the right black woman, or when black women have the right black man, they let that man lead. So I think some weak brothers just can't understand that. So I think that push them to the Caucasoids. But are you would
leave
you an
Becky alone
alpha
now.
or a beta woman?
I don't think they heard you. He said, what do you all classify yourselves, alpha or beta woman?
I'm definitely an alpha woman. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Gabby. Go ahead.
No.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm an alpha woman, but I'm not really confrontational. Like I know people like to mix alpha women as like confrontational. No, I just like certain things a certain way. You know, like I like order, and I'm very like driven. So you know, that's all. But I'm an alpha woman.
Absolutely. And alpha women or alpha males or anybody get misconstrued because they think you have to always be that alpha. You don't. You just know how to take charge when you need to take charge. Okay.
Right.
Miss Natalie.
Oh, I need to answer that. I need to answer that question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I would love you too. For you too.
Yeah, I don't even need to. Y'all go ahead next. So y'all know the answer to that one for here.
Okay. Shonda, are you a?
That was me.
Are you an alpha?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I was thinking Natalie answer. I was waiting for Natalie to answer. So
Natalie said move on.
I am definitely an alpha female, but that does not mean I have to have an alpha male. Like I don't think because of alpha. That's one thing I don't think. I think people get confused. Just because you might be an alpha woman doesn't mean you're looking for a beta male. I definitely don't need a beta male. I need an alpha male in my life.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
Well, I actually hate to say it because I've just really recognized it in myself, but I am indeed an alpha woman. But like Stardacia said, I'm not confrontational. Just I do like things in order. I believe I'm a strong believer in conversing.
I'm sorry, I read the comment.
I am. I need to converse. You know, I need to know how. I'm not saying I need to know how you feel, but don't wait till you're angry with me before you say something to me, or I shouldn't do the same thing. So I'm big on conversation and things like that. But I think I can't help it. I am an alpha male. I'm an alpha female, and I sort of kind of like alpha males. Not that because they seem to have that order that I need, and that confidence that I need, and the protection that I need. Yeah, that Stardacia spoke about. Yeah,
absolutely.
Address that question right there. That question that was before. Someone said I saw a question. That one, alpha means being an alpha woman does not mean you're controlling.
No,
being an alpha male does not mean
it doesn't.
It does not.
Get confused because the alpha male is not a male who's controlling, but neither is the alpha female. I wanted to address that from Mr.
Christopher seems to think so. Yeah, I think Christopher's comment thinks that alpha woman.
Yeah.
Well, being alpha personality means you're controlling.
Yeah.
Do y'all think when women are y'all being alphas? Do you think you're alpha because of that? If you have an alpha man, that you would step back a little bit and so I'm gonna let you be the alpha since you do that so well and you're doing like most of the things you're supposed to be doing as my man, as your man, and I can step back a little bit and let you be the alpha because I know that's because men have egos.
Mhm.
You know, when that ego gets involved, and there's two alphas going, just like two men. We got egos, we alpha males. So, you know, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have that in the household. So if the man he steps up, if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing as an alpha male, that term, as a woman, are you strong enough to say, okay, I can step back a little bit now?
Yes. For me, I'll take it first, ladies, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
But for me, yes, of course. I will. I love to submit once I know that he's trustworthy and I can
Mhm.
submit. I actually love to do it because it's such an attraction there for me because it brings on a different level in the relationship. You know, it's a
Mhm.
different level of intimacy to me in that
Right.
relationship because he sees me differently and I see him differently as well because I can trust him. He's my
Mhm.
protector. He's my provider. You know, I know this man is going to stand up for me. I don't have to worry about anything.
Yep.
And
Mhm.
that's a total turn on for me.
And I think that's a part of it, having an alpha male and an alpha female. You know, once the female feel like she's protected and that man has her best interests at
Mhm.
heart, she
Yeah.
doesn't have to be an alpha with him because she
Right.
knows he got it. But if he's
Mhm.
not around, she can turn into that alpha
Right.
female and still
Right.
represent for the both for the
Hmm.
good of the
Yeah.
couple.
And I think a lot of our women have to be that alpha because they're the head of the household in their
Black
household.
women have to
You
be
know, yeah, exactly. So they're head of the household. So you pick up that and you run with it. Then you get a man, you know, and he doesn't understand. Okay, I had to be this way until I know who you are. I'm not gonna let this down. I'm not gonna stop.
right.
You know. So if you lacking, hey, you know what I'm saying? Women saying, hey, I can't be that. I can't let
Right.
you be the alpha and you're not really alpha. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You a Charlie. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Hey, now see your way
Agreed.
out my house.
Totally
You know what
agree.
I'm saying? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Nobody can follow if you're not leading.
That's right. That's
Right.
right.
So
That's it.
Leslie Monique said, I think alpha woman would like a man to lead, especially at home. We have too many other things going on. We need the break and security. That's that key word again,
Hmm.
security.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So listen,
Hmm.
hey, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Voices in the Struggle with Big Ant and Brother Reggie on All Things Relevant Media Network, where all things relevant matter. We are a part of a black media conglomerate here to take over the world and give you that unadulterated black news. Thank you so
Well,
much.
you all right. You sound good up in there, boy.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
next
so
question.
let me let me ask y'all
Go ahead.
this. Now, as a man, as men, when we first see women, we first meet women, we are physically attracted to women. You know, that's our thing. You know, that's the first thing we see. Now, is it the same for women, or is it that initial physical attraction, or is that like second to whatever else y'all want in a man?
It's the same.
It's the
You gotta catch my eye.
It's got to catch my eye first, so.
Uh-huh.
But I think the young lady said earlier, you know, you like what you like. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
have certain things. So I know what I like when I see it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's no different.
Right.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
Jackson
yeah, I
John, we're
think
gonna get to your
physical
question in
attraction
just a
is.
few minutes. Go
Hmm?
ahead. I'm sorry. I had to let Jackson John know we're going to get to your question in just a few minutes.
Oh, okay. No, I was just going to say that I agree. I think it goes both ways for women as it does for men. But
Mm-hmm.
it's something about that mental and intellectual connection too. Because sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you cannot be attracted to a person, and once you talk with them, and it's something about that. For me, it is.
Mhm.
It's something about that as well. So that's a kind of sticky question for me.
But I think that physical attraction got to get you there first, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Right.
I'm
Hey.
saying if
Yeah.
you're not really attracted, like I have actually, I wasn't attracted to this particular person at this time. Well, I wasn't attracted to him at all. But
Mm-hmm.
we started talking, just having a conversation, and I was like, he is really cool, and I just thought I grew to become attracted to him. He wasn't physically
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Big Ant, you don't seen the ugly dude or the fat dude with the fine one before. You seen that, but he got a little money.
That's
you look at him like, how in the hell?
Hey, to be honest with you, I said that brother got some money. So
yeah. And he don't mind letting it go either. Yeah. Here you go.
And it's important. Speaking for ladies, in general, like the height, and I know this is like very sensitive, but most women, they want a man taller than them, even when they put on heels.
Yeah.
So the physical makeup is important for women.
But you don't want a man you got to look down on. What did I tell you?
Ball him up when you get to the house, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh,
and
man.
with Natalie.
Me? Oh,
It's
I thought I answered it.
Yeah, she answered. She was the first one to say something about that.
Oh, you sure did.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
All right,
Gabrielle
so
got heard. Yeah.
let me ask y'all this, ladies. How important is sex in a relationship or a marriage?
Gabrielle, you want to take it first? Look at Gabrielle.
It is very important.
Thank you.
And not just the sex, but the intimacy is what's important. I think a lot of times men get caught up in just the physical attraction, the physical part of it, but this box turns off if you not here. If we not here, that box is just a box. So it's very important. But I have to have both the intimacy and that stamina.
And you lost a lot of dudes when you said that. When you said that intimacy.
They say sex happen. They say sex and intimacy happen before you get to the bed.
It does. It's very true.
Yeah.
So Ivan Cohen said y'all gonna call short men to buy elevator shoes out here.
Well, that was really a question. That was just something someone brought up. But I'm someone, I don't particularly care for extremely tall people. I cannot stand having a conversation with someone like this. That irritates me. So he doesn't have to be 6 foot.
Yeah. So now, Gabrielle, what? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm also a co-host on Let's Talk About It. It's the Millennial Show on ATR, and yesterday on the show.
When does your show come on?
Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. You can tune in on All Things Relevant Network.
Talk about it.
You got to put that plug out there.
But yeah, one of the questions we were discussing yesterday was sex a deal breaker? And majority of the audience was like, yes, like I don't care if we connect mentally, like if it's not good physically in the bed, then I'm sorry, the mental connection must not be there. So according to that, you got to be right in bed.
Okay.
Let me ask this, man, before we go, Gabrielle. I think you great on a good point.
We got to let Sean go first.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that. Okay, so I think at a certain age, sex is important, and certainly we're all at an age where sex is important. But I think once we reach a certain age, I don't know what that age is, it's not all about sex anymore. It then becomes about companionship. So the passion is important, so it's important, of course, with us, sex and passion and foreplay, when I say foreplay, I mean foreplay throughout the day. Things like that are very important. Yeah, I agree. Sex is important, but I do know that eventually it's not about sex anymore. It's more about the companionship, the friendship, the genuineness, the love, all those things.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Let me touch on this before we go to the next question. So the intimacy part of it, I think Gabrielle, you said that. What are y'all give me y'all definition of that? Because men don't understand that. Because you get men no sex.
That's what I said, Christopher.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Men know sex, we don't understand intimacy. What is that?
Intimacy for me is just like she said, it's everything before. It's the
Mm-hmm.
all day. Did you call me today? Did you check on me? Did
Yeah,
you make sure that I ate today? Did you it's so much more than just what happens once you get into the bed. Now,
Sweet.
there is sexual intimacy as well. The
Mm-hmm.
touch, everything that leads up to the actual, physical action, the
Mm-hmm.
foreplay. But for me, you got to have me here. Like I said, everything else is
I agree.
about.
So he can't just pay no bill, take out the garbage, and that's it. He got to do all
Mm-mm,
that too.
mm-mm, 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 mm-mm,
Hey, hey, I spoke to you this morning. I'm saying.
mm-mm. And the intimacy to me also involves just being concerned about my day, just
Yeah.
asking me about my day, being genuinely interested in hearing about my day, knowing my boss's name, knowing, who I may communicate with throughout the day, because that lets me know that, and of course I'll do the same, but I'm saying it goes both ways is what I'm saying. It does. But that's part of intimacy to
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say this: a lot of times, women tell their men things, and they don't want their man to do anything about it. They just want them
Mm.
to listen.
Listen.
me.
Yeah.
And as men, if we care about you and we hear things, we
Yeah.
want to know what can we do to fix the situation. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I think there's a balance between what you tell your husband and what you tell your girlfriends. Because most men are men of action. So if you tell us something, we're gonna be like, how can we get that better for you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But remember, for us as women, we're desiring to have our man as our best friend. So we
That's
want to
true.
Mm-hmm.
tell you everything. We want to share. So we're
Yeah.
just sharing to get it off our chest. And of course, we want you to do something, but we don't want you to do nothing. We want you to
Right.
just
Right.
be our
Right,
friend.
right, right.
Miss Paul said yesterday, like every hardworking woman wants a man to weather their storm. So
Yeah,
you
Mm.
have to know the needs of your female.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. That's true. But then you got, hey, I want y'all to remember too, because when men ask that question, how was your day? What's coming back at us? Okay, most men ain't ready for that.
Mhm.
Because women got more talk minutes than men do.
Right.
So when you come at us with it right after work, like, oh Lord, hold on now. Hey, it
That's why
ain't
I
like
said
your
be
homeboy.
genuine.
Hey, Big A, how was your day? Man, it was cool. That's it. Yeah, we good. It was cool. But
That's
hey,
why I said
but
be
that's the funny part.
genuine.
Yeah. That's the funny thing about men and women. Men be like, okay, a couple words, we done. Y'all keep going. Be like, oh, okay.
Hmm.
I got the first
Yeah.
word and the last word.
Yeah.
All right, we're running on time. Let's keep moving
Yeah.
here.
Let's ask that
Should
good
a
question, man.
should a man? Well, let me get to this question first. Should a man pay for the first date?
That shouldn't even be a question. Yes, if he's interested.
So that goes
That's
without
the
saying, huh?
problem. Chivalry is dead if a man is interested in a woman.
Mhm.
I'm not saying he's impressing her with his money, but at
Mhm.
least, treat her like a woman, you know,
Mhm.
and that means paying for the meal. That means pulling out my chair. That means opening my door. If you're
Mm.
interested, you're taking me on a date me.
Right.
Mm. Mm.
Right.
That's
Okay.
good. Yeah, that's
So,
good. But
all
yeah,
right.
and this is my thing about me being a man. Just like you say, chivalry is dead because men are not taught that. Pull out the chair, open doors. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and these days, especially these young boys, they're gonna let you do everything yourself. You can pay for it, you pay for it
Mhm.
because they want their mama. You know what I'm saying? Their mama ain't showing them how to be a man for a woman. It's they want my mama did all this, so you should do this. You
And
know?
that's a good point. That's why I got daughters. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
did that for them and their mom, so they can recognize it and know that
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be done for you.
Yeah.
But
You gotta do it like daddy did. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
Latricia Shante Brown said if he asked her out, absolutely. Christopher Crawford said who asked for the first date needs to pay. Uh,
Absolutely.
Latricia Brown said absolutely court me. I'm not
That's
your
right.
homeboys.
That's right.
And May Wallace said he should pay every time. Okay. But y'all made fun of mama boys. Okay.
Hey, mama boys are the worst. I'm a dude. Mama's boys are, I tell my sons all the time, you better not be no mama's boy. You can love your mama, don't be no mama's boy. You know, that's the worst kind of man. A mama's boy? Come on now. Come on. As a man, I hate seeing them jokers.
But just to piggyback for a moment, you mentioned that, you know, men have egos. Women desire to be, we're women. We desire to be courted, just as, you know what I mean? To be treated as a woman. You know, I shouldn't have to touch the trash. You know, I'm not saying that I'm just saying I shouldn't have to pick up heavy things if I'm your woman. You know, so just treat me like a woman so that I can treat you like a man. I could feed into your ego. You know, I could, you know, stroke your ego, because I know that men are egotistic.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, if you're really a spoiled female, why should a man pay for your food just because it's a date? Like, if a man really like you, he'll text you, hey, did you eat today? No. And he'll cash out you some money to go get some lunch. Like, that's the type of energy that I need.
Yes.
Not a lot of people are going out of restaurants anymore. So if you like me, send me a cash out.
And that's foreplay.
That's what they said. You can't send them
texts.
Right.
Yeah.
They say you can't send them texts anymore. How you doing, beautiful, and all this. You got to hit the cash down.
Yeah,
that's so played out.
They want to flirt.
How you doing, beautiful, is played out, Big Al.
Yeah.
Flirting on every other app but cash out.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay.
Hey, okay. Let me ask, what you about to do? You about to ask a question again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, this is what I want to ask. You know, should a man be intimidated by a woman that makes more money than him? Have y'all come across that me and y'all made more money then, and they have been intimidated by your income that you bring in? Like Martin and Gina.
You got a fan that says Ghost Star James Pussy.
That's a really touchy topic, you know, as a millennial. It just, I'm past that question, y'all.
Oh, no. We're not going to get the money.
I would never belittle a man because of his, you know, pocket size. But I know finances is like the number one cause of divorce. So it's a lot of other things that goes into that.
But I'll say this: finances, whoever makes more has nothing to do with the head of the household.
It doesn't.
We equate the finances to the head of the household. The man is the head of the household. You know.
Supposed to
Go
be.
ahead, Ashonda.
Well, I will say that sadly to say, I've experienced that whole thing with the finances. I have been blessed. I you know, as far as my career and my finances and things like that. So I have dated somebody that I really liked a lot, but he just he did not like the fact that, how can I say it? I liked him a lot, and we dated for a while, and I just didn't like to go to some of the restaurants he wanted to take me. I would go, but then I was like, look, next time let's go. Can I treat you to such and such? But I realized that I kind of did that wrong. But he just didn't like the fact that I made more than him. He could not deal with it at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
I said a lot of men don't have the emotional girding, like they cannot. It's not everything. I don't think it should make or break a relationship, nor do I think that Anthony said that the person that makes the most money should be the head of the household. I would raise the man is the head of the household.
I didn't say that.
Oh, so
I said in fact just the opposite.
well, I believe that the man is the head of the household. I thought that's what you said.
Yeah, I did say that. What I was trying to say is, even if the woman makes more, the man is still the head of the household. Somehow we tie the two together, and it has nothing to do with it.
Right. Yes.
I agree with that. I do not believe that the woman necessarily is the head of the household. That's just my personal opinion.
And that's what happened with my situation, is that he tied the two together, and he felt as if I was trying to dominate him with the fact that I had more money than he had, because I didn't want to go to the little restaurants he wanted to take me.
The little Chinese restaurant down the corner.
Yeah, I'm too grown for that.
Did you?
Well, you ain't want to go get a number 6 and supersize it, huh?
No.
The soy sauce and duck sauce.
I played nice for a little while. I couldn't take it too long.
Right.
Hey, that's funny.
Shout out to the stay-at-home daddies. They do exist. Sometimes the guys stay at home.
Who? The what? Stay-at-home daddy. What's that?
Yeah.
What they do? They just sit at home and watch the babies?
Yeah, I think that the dynamic of every relationship, every marriage is different. Because I've seen some relationships where the woman gets out there, change the oil, and cuts the grass, and the man cook.
It's already going, what are you doing?
Who that's right or wrong? It works for them. You know what I'm saying?
He wearing high heels in the house. That's what he probably doing. But anyway, yeah, you got women that can do that type stuff. Their dad or their mom probably taught them that stuff. But yeah, that
Yeah.
Should a man be intimidated by a woman that makes more than him?
No, I don't. That question's hard for me to even answer because I just don't deal with those type of dudes. Like that's a beta guy. Like that's a beta dude. A lot of them dudes who think they're alpha males, but if that's your issue, you just don't think you're a beta man because the alpha male don't have to do that. So, if you have an issue because of how much money I'm making and we can't even have a conversation. We just don't. You go your way, I go my way. Peace, live life. I'm not even gonna have an argument with you. It's all the time. What do you want me to do? Get less money so you make you feel better?
Hey, let's say get your punk ass out of here.
You ain't even putting up with the madness.
I was saying that's one of those things that's just immediate, like, oh really? Okay, all right, nice to meet you. Have a great day. I mean, that's not even I'm not gonna argue about that. That's your problem. That's your own. That's as a man, whatever man has a problem like that. That's their problem. Like that's all yours. Keep that.
I tell you, older women, boy, they ain't got time for no negotiating nothing. This is the way it is. What you gonna do?
But that's not a point to negotiate. That's not a point to, you make too much money. That's a point to negotiate, bro. If that's your point to negotiate, you got something.
Right. Absolutely. So
that's too funny.
So let me ask you this: when a man does this, I'm talking about men do stuff that we don't even know sometimes, but when a man does this, it really gets on my nerve. Stardation, let's start with the millennial.
Oh goodness, it's a lot. Okay, first thing that pops in my mind: when a man,
here's your top two.
When a man doesn't take responsibility, like doesn't admit to his faults, want to, reverse psychology to make it seem like they're always right. Yeah. So when a man does that, it kind of it ticks me off. Just reversing psychology and always putting the blame on you so they can run away from their responsibilities.
Right.
Okay. let me say this. Next week, we will have married couples on with a different set of questions to talk about some of their pitfalls and some of their triumphs and their victories to help other Black men and women come together for the Black Union. All right. Gabrielle.
Hey.
Hey.
I saw Latricia's comment pop up, accountability. That is it. And it's the same thing as what Stardacia was saying. If you cannot own up to something you've done, especially if it's right there in black and white, I can literally walk away from a whole lot. I can't say everything, but I have been in that place many times where I just need you to own up to what's going on. Another thing for me would just be men that get too comfortable. If you quit doing everything else, I'm stuck. I can't deal with the stagnant. That's not for me.
You know, and I'm gonna tell you, that's what I had to learn because I thought once you got married, that's it. I was married now.
No.
But you have to still continue doing the same things you were doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and young brothers don't. I'm not making an excuse for anybody, but young brothers don't know that, and that's what we got to keep doing.
Well, it's not just young brothers. Like me and my husband are 10 years apart, and there, like I said earlier, there are a lot of teachable moments. I'm not his teacher, but I'm his partner. So it would behoove me, if I want to be happy, to tell him what I need.
And that's a good point. Let me say this: men don't pick up on hints well. Sometimes you gotta tell us what you want.
Drop a book. Hey.
A lot of men miss the mark. A lot of men miss the mark because we don't catch that hint. So
how many times are we supposed to say it? That too.
That's on them, man. Yeah. That's on them, man. Yeah.
All right, Shonda.
Well,
when a
I
man
agree
does
with
this, it really gets on my nerve.
I agree with everything that's just been said, but one that really get on my nerve is a lazy ass man. He got all these dreams. I
The 40-year-old rapper, huh?
I'm gonna say
your money.
I cannot take it. I can't. That's that. And another thing is, I don't know if it's me, but I run across a couple of men that just want to keep telling me that they a man. That annoys me. Why do you have to continuously say that you are a man? No, I don't have an explanation for it, but it annoys me to no end.
Absolutely.
Compensating, they overcompensating for something. I'm with
you. Oh yeah. They got some issues. They got some inner issues they're working on.
Right. Oh my God.
Somebody done broke them down. You know, a broken man is hard to build back up. I'm gonna tell you that. You know, a broken black man is hard to build back up. So it's only just like anybody who's broken. You got to start to build yourself. But him trying to build himself back up, you ain't his mom and you ain't gonna be able to do it. So you gotta leave him alone.
That makes sense.
Only God.
That's the only person to have patience with him is his mama.
Wow.
God and his mama, you ain't gonna be able to do it. So you gotta let him go quick, fast, in a hurry.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that's another show about women who and men who feel the need to be wanted by somebody because they do something for them. But hey, our time has come to an end. Ladies, I want to sincerely thank you for taking the time to appear on our show and give your perspective. I am sure you spoke for some black women and you helped some black men out tonight. That's all I'm concerned with, black men and black women. So tune in next week, All Things Relevant Media Network. Go to All Things Relevant Media Network Facebook page. Spell just like it is. If you can spell, if you can't spell, stay away from it. What you got for the Reggie?
Nothing, man. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy y'all week.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
It's the month of love, so still love your partner. Even if y'all ain't on good terms, still love them.
That's right. That's right. Even when you're mad, you're still partners. I love y'all.
Bye.
All right, now.
All right. Good night.